about Aaron?
I did how do you let God talk to you? So letting God talk to you is simple in theory, but hard in actuality. The theory is to remove you from yourself, which removes the barriers that prevent God from talking to you, and then ask God to speak. Because according to God's laws, He cannot help you unless you ask for His help. God can talk to you. You just have to allow Him. You just have to allow Him to. To remove you from yourself, you need to turn off your monitor. And your monitor is everything that your body says. For example, when your monitor is low, it becomes easier for God to work through you. Dissolve everything that your body tells you. Then proceed to dig deep within yourself. God is within you. God is not separate. God is not something that is separate from you. God is deep inside your heart, and if you dig deep to where God is dwelling within your heart, God will reach up to you as you desperately reach deep down inside of you and ask Him whatever question is on your mind.
Very good. He went deep, you know. That monitor thing is powerful. That's loaded. You know, it's like, because He wants us to understand, right? There's two things actually. Read that part about the monitor, and then there's another part that you said it was really, really loaded. So say that again. When you got to that point, read that point again. Everybody pay attention to this.
Let's see. To remove you from yourself, you need to turn off your monitor.
Okay, listen, you have to turn it off, okay? You got too much going on here. Just turn it off and then get into a zone where you're an object, right? You got too much going on inside. Even if you go and even do this function out there and you just want to get something done, it doesn't come out the same way, right? It's just stuff. But if you want God to communicate, then just shut it all down. Okay, what is it? Listen. Oh, wow, that's great. Like that. Okay, what's the next part? Just keep reading from that part.
When your monitor is low, it becomes easier for God to work through.
Okay, you see that? When your monitor is low, right? When you're at the kind of a low state, that's where you really want God's help, right? Heavenly Father, I can't figure out something like that. So when you get down to that point, now God can talk to you. And you're up here just cruising and moving. You're not even communicating. So if you want to understand, you got to go here. That's where God is, right? He'll take you there, but He's down here because you're too darn busy up here. You're not paying any attention, right? So that's a very good point, strong point. Christopher, stay awake, Bob. Okay, very good. Okay.
I just to add one more thing to that.
Okay. Yeah.
God is something that's within yourself. God is not separate from you. God is dwelling within you. And the whole purpose of all your senses is to intake things that are a part of the external world. God is not, He's not like over here, He's inside you. So when you turn off your monitor and dig inside, then you can find Him.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
When you start doing that, so even when you're thinking that, is that impressing you? You're thinking, holy jeez, this is amazing, right? Because then you come out like a genius, right? And all you did is let God kind of give you some points. That's it. You got the points. So then that's yours for eternity. That's yours to never forget that. You're always going to be in that zone. So the more we place ourselves in a position, then we can go there all the time. Right? This morning we had that little give and take that was like Hundoke for the girls this morning, right? It all just started like, oh, we missed Hundoke, yeah, because they slept in, and all of a sudden we just started talking, all of a sudden this thing took on a new dimension to itself, right? And then Dieter came over to me after, he said, I can't do what you just did. I have gifts from God, but I can't do that. Right? So I said, well, that's what it works. So everybody has gifts that we can share together and makes it all work. That's how God wants us to work, right? But that's what happens. So you think the girls got something from this morning? Yeah. You're just sitting in the room watching this thing happen, all of a sudden, whoa. So as soon as we finished, Peter's daughter gave up and gave her a big hug, and the other girls realized some things, and yeah, so that's how God works. It's like there's no timetable for this kind of stuff, but He's got lots to say, and He wants to do a lot of things, right? So we have to go home soon, but God doesn't really want us to go. You know, it's like, I'm just on a roll, or he's got things to do, but, you know, so do we. But that's what it is. It's priceless time. Even a short time, it's like, it's priceless.